Welcome back to WC Bricks and another episode of Building Gotham City. And here we are back at the Ace Chemical plant. As you can see, we've moved this part. So last week I pointed out that I'd actually built this building on the wrong part of the base plate. Don't know how I did it, but well, it is me. So we pulled this section up because it was here, and we've now moved it to here, so that's all right. And now we can concentrate on building up on this entire section here, which also leads to a doorway at the top there. So we can concentrate on that. One thing I did realise is obviously I had put this row of bricks along here as which should be on that side. So if at any stage the mock is pulled away from a wall, it's not going to have an ugly side basically. You're not going to see colour filler bricks. So all I need to do is just peel the base plate off from below, pull those plates bricks off and put them around the other side. So it's an easy fix. No trouble at all, so we can get that done. And the other thing I need to make sure is that I've got pins where they're supposed to be and not Technic bricks. But anyway, all we do now, get the bricks out and we'll start working on this side here. What I would like to do as well, I haven't decided on what colour I'm going to do Ace on here yet, but I will put some form of brick and tile on here just so you can see what it's going to look like once the finished product's done. So yeah, let's get those bricks out and let's get building. And we've dismantled part of the wall here. And the reason for it is we want to put these plates here into the wall. So they'll be nice and strong on there. We'll just have a support just below it. And we're probably going to do that twice on there. So I've peeled the wall apart. The Ace bit there has come off in one piece. So again, what we do, we'll put that a little bit higher up than it was previously. And we'll check back in once we've built the wall back up. So as I said, I'm going to put two platforms on there and a ladder going between the two. And there we have the wall all built back up and the platforms coming out of the wall. All we need to do now is put some finer details around here, work out what we're going to put on them. And one thing about doing is doing like a little walkway, which is then going to be tiled off over the grates, but you can still see the majority of the grate details on there. And then put some canisters or something on there, and then hopefully some bigger vats up the side here. Anyway, let's get back to building. And here we are back outside of Ace Chemicals, and we've made three of these like cylinders here, which are, we're going to class as vats or something like that. And I'm not sure where exactly I'm going to put them out here. At one stage I was going to put two, so it would be directly below the centre of these plates, and I was going to put some 2x2 round bricks going up to the plate and then up to the next plate and then going further up and then making a chimney sort of thing at the top of it. However, it would block the A on the Ace there. So I've decided against that. Previously as well, obviously I had a plate coming out of here, which was sort of like the fire escape. And since I put this in, that doesn't actually work now, or it doesn't look right. So I've got to work out how I'm going to be doing the steps on there. But I may do it so that going across this section here is a raised sort of like plate with some tiles on the top. So the grill bit looks just below that section. So I'm still working out on how I'm going to make this outside look. I put a couple of snot bricks, as you can see, in the wall there, and that again is just so I can put some further details on the walls there. And we've moved the cracks over here as well. So it's all come there, but it's quite, I find this quite a slow process working out exactly what I want, because I haven't got a clear vision in my head of what I want it to look like. So it is a case of sort of like building something, seeing if I like the look of it. I've looked online for some inspiration, and we've seen a couple of little things, but it's it's finding the right parts as well. We've been searching through our parts collection, and we have come out with a few little bits here, which again, I'm just experimenting for making the railings for going inside of Ace Chemicals. But once we've made a little bit more progress, we'll check back in and show you what we've made. And here is the railing. And if I just show you the pieces that we're actually using for this, in the centre you have got a lightsaber piece, but in the dark blue grey. And these are the two other elements that we're using that join it all together. Now, the one thing that I have come across, which I think might work out well, are a load of these brackets here. And what I've done, I've just attached them to the side of the walkway just here. And then what we do, we'll clip the railing on there. So if I just clip that on, and I'll show you what it looks like now. And there it is all in place. And I think it looks quite effective. And what I do, the studs that are just down there exposed, I'll put some sort of tile or grill over it, and then again on the walkway we'll put some more tiles, or again more of the grill pieces, possibly similar to what we've got down the bottom there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the top section, let's see how it looks, and then we'll go from there and see how we carry on. But let's get building. And the railings are coming on quite nicely. We've changed the design, as you can see up here, and we've gone for a more simplistic version basically. So we've got a couple of these here, and we've attached it to the brackets that we'd put on the front there, and then we just got one of the lightsaber parts, and then use those arm pieces that I was mentioning before, and then we've got the 6 long sort of like a bar that's the same width as the lightsaber piece and going across there. So they're going all the way along on there. So on the bottom are the 6 long ones, and then they're 4s at the top. So we're using 2 of the 6s obviously for 3 of the 4s on the top, so that's all on there nicely. The bottom one is a slightly different design, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a Technic pin between the 2 bits there to join that together, and then somehow attach the bars to the top set as well. But really liking how that is coming on. I think it's looking quite good there. So we just continue to do that same design all the way around the top and on the bottom. I'm liking the way the it's in the light blue grey as well, because I think it gives it a little bit of contrast to everything else that's in there at the moment. And here we have the railings pretty much done on the top. And as you can see, we've got the broken looking section there where Jack Napier or anybody else who wants to fall through is going to do so. So what we need to do is work on doing the floors now, so getting all of this section all tiled off. We need to extend the plating out by a couple of studs on here, which we knew we had to do, and fill that gap in. Because at the moment where we've got the railing coming down on the stairs there's only 1 stud to the side of it. Whether or not we keep that railing on there or not, I'm not sure. It's probably best to do so. And we also, once we've put the plating and everything on there, we can then finish off the railings along this section. And obviously we still need to put the computer room in there. So it's quite a fiddly week this week. This is taking so long to do. And with this, we've changed the design so many times, and it's purely been a case of trying to make something that all fits in there. So I showed you earlier on a couple of sort of like versions that we were going to use, and I think I've used it on some parts and then haven't used it at all in others. But that's the good thing about mock building. You just constantly changing what you're building as you go along. But anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get back to building. And as you can see, we've removed all of the railings from the room here, and we've tiled off all the floors, or all the platform, should I say, with all of the grill pieces. And we've started doing the finer details on the back of the walls here, just a little bit of greebling. And we're going to carry on doing that. And then once we've got all of that in, we can then put the vats back into the base of the building here, and we can also put the railings back on. So we've kept them all in one piece, so they're quite easy to put on. We've also got to do the office here, so as you can see, we've extended this platform out by a couple of studs. But yeah, really pleased with the look and how it's coming on. We just need to carry on working on it, so let's get back to it. And as you can see, we put some pipes in on that back wall there, and the 8 snot bricks, or 8 studs there that you can see, I'm considering putting this plate on there and putting a load of greebling details on there so we can get it looking as detailed as possible. The only concern is that it's going to stick out quite a bit, and I'm worried that there's not going to be enough room on here for it to look like a walkway, or look realistically like a walkway. But if worst comes to worst, we can always add another plate on here and make that come out just a little bit further. So what we'll do, we'll build that plate up, see what it looks like, and then make that decision on whether or not we need to extend the walkway. So let's get to it. And as you can see, the rear wall has been removed, and we've extended all of the walkways now, so they're 4 studs deep. These walkways have also been extended by 5 studs as well, so now when a minifigure falls off, they would fall in the front vat, whereas before you'd have to fall off at a weird angle. At least now, when we put the greebling on this back wall here, there's still going to be at least 3 studs clear for the minifigures to walk along, so you're not going to have any problems positioning the minifigures. But now we've got that all done, we can build the brick walls back up and get back to putting the railings back on and all that greebling detail as well. So let's do that. And we've got the back wall all reconstructed, and we've put a lot of the greebling on there. We've put the railings back in place as well on here. Design of that has changed on numerous occasions, but really happy with how it's coming out. I think going for the 4 wide sort of like walkways at the back there was definitely the right way forward. It's not looking as crowded in there, and also extending these out so by about another 5 or 6 bricks also works well, so that people can fall into the vat now. Yeah, happy with how it's all coming on. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to experiment with the panel that goes in the front here with the windows. Previously I'd used the 3x3 window pieces, but I want to put the smaller ones in just to see if it gives it more of a warehouse look. So what we'll do that bit next, and we'll check back in and show you what it looks like. And here we have it, and I'm much preferring the look of the smaller windows as opposed to the large ones that we had on there previously. And I think what I could do is I could remove one of the plastic windows, the clear trans, when I put them in, and possibly put a white one in so it looks like one window's been broken and it's been boarded up and things like that. So I think that's definitely the way forward. As you can see on the top here, we've started tiling this off, and we're going to concentrate on doing the roof next. And we need to make sure that we leave a hole here, because there's going to be a ladder coming up at the top of the steps that we've got here, so you can get access to the roof. Now, originally on the roof, I was going to be having some like chimney stacks, sort of like I was thinking about something like this on the top. However, inside here, there'll be nothing below the chimney stacks. It wouldn't look realistic. So I do want to have some sort of like chimney stack in there. I think it would look good. So whether or not I put something at the side and then have like pipes going into the building all connected to the vats at the side there, I'm not sure. But all these details we've got to work out on there. But anyway, I'm going to carry on working on this roof section here and make sure that we've got the ladder coming up to the roof from those stairs there. And once we've done so, we'll show you what it looks like. And here we have the roof section, and quite pleased with how it's coming along. We've used some of the 45-degree inverted slopes on there. Then every other stud we've put a headlight brick, which has got a cheese wedge attached to the front of it. So it's just giving a little bit of character on there. We had to go for 2 stud gap in the middle there, just purely because of the way the numbers added up. But yeah, happy with how that's coming on. As you can see, we've got these 2 sort of like towers coming up here with a plate across the top, and we're going to write the word ACE on there. And that's what we're going to attach it to basically. And if you look here, this is the sort of like hatch that leads down into the factory or the chemical plant from the roof section. So we just need to attach a ladder to this clip here. Going to tile off all of this around here, as well as all of these studs on the top as well. So that all needs to be done yet. So we just got to work out how we're going to write the word ACE on there, what style we're going to do. Anyway, let's get back to it and work on the roof. And here is the first attempt at the ACE chemical sign, and I like the way the ACE is looking. However, I don't like this section at the top here. I think it's a little bit too, just looks out of place really. So what I'm considering doing is doing a support coming up and then a bar going across the middle, and then I'll attach the ACE to that. So we'll have a little bit of an experiment with it, and once we found the right design, we'll show you what it looks like. It's not going to be in the light bluish grey. I'm literally using the pieces I've got just to work the design out, and then once we've worked it out, we can order in the correct colour, whether that's in a green or the dark red, or even possibly the bright red. And we'll do the same on the side here, where we've got the snot bricks. That one we already know exactly how that's going to look, or what tiles we're going to be using for that. But anyway, let's get back to experimenting, and we'll check back in once we've made a decision on it. And we've turned our attentions away from the ACE chemical sign to make ourselves a smokestack or a chimney. And it's in 2 sections. So the bottom half here is just using the quarter circle pieces. We've used some of the large ones that are about 6 bricks in height, or 6 studs, 6 bricks in height. Then a couple of the singles there. And as you can see, we've used the plates on a couple of occasions, and then this disc. This section here, as you can see, is a snot technique. So there's a snot brick going across there, another one down there that's 4 along there and there, and then we've attached these here. So again, as you can see, we've used the slopes, 45-degree slopes, and then the curved tiles on top of those, and we've put them all the way down. We've removed a couple every now and again, and we've put in a clip and a cheese wedge just so we can attach this pipe, just to add the further detail. Then again, we've gone for the I think they're called macaroni pieces, and again we put 4 of those around, and we put this little like cone piece in there just for that little add detail. And we've put one odd colour there just to give it a little bit of a weathered look, and the same down here we've got another one. And then this will just clip onto the top of it if we can get it connected like so. And what we're going to do now, we're going to stick that by the side of ACE Chemicals just to get that chimney stack that we wanted on there. And really pleased with how this is looking. There's a lot of detail, I think, going down here. So we're going to put that on the mock, and we're going to also do the ACE Chemicals on the side of the building, and then we'll check in and show you what it looks like. And we're just checking in one final time for this update, and here it is, ACE Chemicals. Still a lot of work to be done with the details, especially around this section here. I want a lot more details of like where you would sort of like pump the chemicals into like containers and things like that. But the chimney here that we've put in, I'm really happy with how that's come out. Again, still some more details. Need to put a ladder down that side, and I still want to do some more work on these sections here as well. And it's just a case of finding the right pieces, and if we haven't got the right pieces, getting those ordered in. But yeah, happy with how it's all come out. It's been one of those weeks where it's been everything I've been doing has been so fiddly and it's been very time consuming, but it's nice to have the roof on there, get the ACE chemical or ACE written on there. It would be nice to have chemicals on there, and if I can work out a way of doing that at a later stage, we can quite easily amend it. And I think I'm preferring the look of this ACE on the side as opposed to the one on the front here in regards to the shape of the C. So I may very well change that. And again, this isn't final yet, it's just like a first attempt at it. But once we've worked out exactly how we're going to have it, we will change the colours and order the right ones in. But yeah, it's happy with how it's all coming on. And if we take the roof off, as you can see, I put the door on here as now, so that's the hatch that leads up into there. The details in there, really happy with how they're coming along. And once again, we just need to work out what we're going to be doing in regards to the chemicals within those vats at the bottom. Need to order a couple more bits like the pipe work there, just so we can carry on doing the railings around the bottom there. And again, we've still got to put the office section in just there on the right hand side where the window is. But it's been a very satisfying week with how much we've got done. What we're going to do now, we'll put this into the docks and see what it looks like. And here it is actually on the docks. So I think it's looking really good in the position it's in. So we just need to do all of the details on here. So when you imagine there's going to be loads of crates and pallets on here, pipes coming along here, dropping into the water. We can carry on probably with a few more of these here to sort of like section it off, so you don't see people just going into the chemical area. So that'd be like the deterrent and the fence sort of thing. And we need to do obviously all of the roads here as well. Not sure what we're going to do that, whether I remove the bricks and the plates on here on the Mills style and drop them down as you normally would on a Mills road. It depends on whether or not this will then be too high for the load, and if it's not, then we'll be doing that side of it. But that's for a future update. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, as always, please give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And please share it with your family and friends. Anyway, thanks for coming by. See you next time. Bye for now.